Good morning, good morning. Welcome everybody. Another week chatting with Tarek, talking real estate. All right, I'm gonna give it a second here while we get some people on. Right now it's showing 0, but I don't think that's right. I think there's people on. The computer is lying. So I want to say we're excited on our side. We are actually headed out to Las Vegas in about 1 to 2 hours. We're going to the EXP Con out in Las Vegas. I'm gonna get to do a keynote speech. And then I'm doing a panel with Kevin Harrington, Elena Cardone, and Glenn Stearns. Oh my God, Glenn Stearns. He is the nicest guy, by the way. I had dinner with him a couple months ago. Him and his wife, fantastic people. So actually everybody on the panel is fantastic. So excited to get out there and get to Vegas. Hey, and put in the chat, where are you guys from? Right now I'm in Newport Beach. Later I'll be in Vegas, and then tomorrow we go to Florida, another speaking gig, and then back Friday, back to filming. Okay. All right, in a second here, I'm just going to start kicking off questions. So today's topic is a little bit backwards. Today, I want to hear all the reasons why you think you can't flip houses. I want to hear the reasons why you think you can't wholesale houses. I want to hear all the reasons why you think you cannot be a real estate investor, because I am here to prove you wrong, and I promise you we're going to make it happen. So tell me, what is that little voice saying? What is the reason you haven't started? What is the reason you haven't bought a house? What is the reason you think it might not be for you? Give me those questions, or give me those answers, guys, and I'd love to talk about it, because you know there is no barrier to entry in this business, and I want to prove that to you guys today. All right, we're going to start with Marianne. Do you need a ton of cash? Absolutely not. You don't even need to have any money, because you can start wholesaling houses. I'll give you an example. Wherever you're at in this country, let's just say you find an off-market deal at a discount. It's worth $500,000. Once it's fixed up, you get a seller to sign a contract at $300,000. Let's just say you have no money. And then you go on the internet, you go to TarekBuysHouses.com, or you go somewhere else and you say, hey, are you interested in buying this house at $350,000? If I like the deal, I'll say, sure, I'm going to buy that deal at $350,000. So I buy the house off the seller for $350,000. You get the difference of $300,000 to $350,000. Now you went from someone with having no money to someone with $50,000. So over time, you start doing more and more wholesale deals. You're going to build your capital. Once you build that capital, then you can actually buy tangible assets. You can buy fix and flip real estate. You can buy rental properties. You can invest in apartment buildings. But it all starts with capital. So you got to learn to make capital first. And the best way to start, if you don't have money, wholesale houses or get private money investors. All right, we got one down. All right, what's my next question here? Good morning. Hi, everybody. Irvine, Tampa, Frisco, Lancaster. Guess what's common with all these places? They all have houses. All right, let's see. Downey, what's up, Downey? Florida. All right. Yep, Jen, you got to get past the roadblocks. It's all mindset. Like, it is mindset. You guys, not rocket science. You're finding a house, you're selling it to an investor, or you're finding a house, you're making it nicer, and you're selling it to a buyer. Those are the two things you got to think about. All right. No money at all to even start. You don't need money to start. If I had no money today, I would get in my car, I would go to an entry-level neighborhood, I'd jump out of my car, and I would spend 5-6 hours a day going door to door, talking to people, asking if they or anyone else in the neighborhood or anyone they know might be interested in selling. So you do not need money to start. And if no one's home, get some Post-it notes, write a little note, write your phone number, stick it on the front door. Those are pretty cheap. Katrina, money. We just talked about the best ways to start making money. Unsure investors. I'm not sure what that means. So I'm unsure. Rose, hard money lending. If you want to get pre-qualified, we could probably put a link in the chat. Our preferred lender is a company called Kiavi. I've been working with them for years. They're fantastic. So if you want to get pre-qualified as a home flipper before you get a deal, I would say go ahead and check out Kiavi. Daniel, maybe we could put that in the chat or something like that. Hi, Sharon from Huntington. Tammy, honestly, my husband lost over $500,000 in the stock market this past year, and now our capital is gone. Tammy, I have been in your shoes. So listen, it's okay. It's okay. It happens. And guess what? Almost everybody lost a ton of money in the stock market, including me. Things go up, things go down. Forget about it. It's gone. You can make way more than that in the next couple of years if you're hyper focused, you're positive, you're driven. You just got to make it happen and believe in yourself, and don't let that loss suck your energy, because if you start bringing in a toxic negative mindset, it's really going to affect your future success. So you lost money, let it go. Who cares? Let's move on. There's so much money to be made in this world. Ricardo, what are the steps to finding investors to invest and believe in you with 2 rental properties under your belt? Tracy, California. Well, the best way to get people to invest with you and believe in you is to show them that you're actually working and you're working hard and you're getting results. With homeschool students, they get a private money presentation deck where they actually present their business model to private money lenders, which is really, really helpful. If you don't have that, you can probably build one online somehow. But have a private money presentation. Also, when you're talking to private money lenders, talk about the education you've been through. Talk about your mentor, Tariq El Moussa. Talk about the fact that you've done 2 rentals. And guess what? If you can't get any money, who cares? Go wholesale houses. Because once you get some wholesale deals, then you go back to the investor and say, hey, if you would have invested in this deal, you would have made X. Now do you want to invest? So it's a process. Mike Smith, the recommended hard money lender doesn't do business in Maine. Any other recommendations? Yes, absolutely. Google is your best friend. I can't tell you guys how much I've learned on Google. I've literally learned everything in my life on Google. So if Kiavi doesn't service your market, jump on Google, type in hard money lenders and wherever you're at, and start interviewing companies. What are their points? What are their rates? What are their loan to values? What are the minimum FICO score? What are they looking for? I guarantee if you called, 5, 6 lenders, you'd find a good one in there. Alessandra, what would you do if you had $80K in capital? Good question. If Tariq El Moussa had $80,000, I would do a few different things. One, I would invest in myself. Make sure that I'm being around the right people. I'm joining programs like this. I'm going to live events where I can network and meet people. By the way, we have a live event on November 5th, and that is a great way to invest your time. It's going to be a powerful event, so you got to check it out. But if I had $80,000 today, I'd invest in myself, and I would also invest in some mailing campaigns. I'd probably do some mailing. I would do driving for dollars. I would knock on doors, and that's probably where I would start with that amount of money. Albert, you need money to wholesale for leads, marketing, etc. No, you don't. Like I said, there are so many deals out there, and if you have no money, that's when it's going to be the hardest, but that's how I started. When I started, I had no money, so I literally cold call thousands of people. Albert, you could literally buy a phone book and just start calling people. I guarantee if you call everyone in that phone book, you'd probably get a couple of deals, and that's going to be free other than your cell phone bill. And knocking on doors. You can knock on doors all day long. There's no cost. Actually, knocking on doors, it's all about how you look at it. So here's the thought about door knocking. Forget about knocking on doors. Go exercise. So set a goal to walk 3 miles a day. While you're walking 3 miles, make sure you're knocking on doors. Nala, time is my issue. I'm a full-time civil engineer and have a business doing property inspections. Listen, I totally understand what it is to be busy. I'm here training with you guys. I'm filming 2 TV shows. I have a family. I have a baby on the way. I have multiple businesses, flipping a bunch of houses. And honestly, you got to put it in your schedule. One of the big things that's benefited me lately is I stopped watching as much TV, if any, at night. I try to be asleep by 10:30, and I try to be awake by about 5 a.m. And here's another thing about waking up early that nobody tells you. The reason it is so hard to wake up early is because you're still going to bed too late. So for me, if you want to start waking up earlier, you got to start going to bed earlier. And here's the tough part. The first 2 weeks, it's going to be harder to fall asleep. But after that, it becomes a routine and a rhythm, and every night you fall asleep earlier and you wake up earlier. There's still the same amount of hours in the day. So you got to find at least 2 hours to commit to your business for finding deals. 2 hours a day, at least. Oh, I saw Buena Park. All right, my hometown. Kimberly, North Carolina. I love North Carolina. I have houses out in North Carolina. Tammy Samson, is homeschool just for new investors? What is there for those who have done a few deals? No, it is not for just new investors. We can teach you how to scale up to 100 transactions a year. When you're starting, you don't have much money, so it's the old school way of finding deals. But once you start getting capital, then you got to start marketing. That's going to be print marketing, radio marketing, digital marketing. If you go real big, you can do TV commercials. So no, we teach every level of real estate investing. Tarek, do you buy in Vegas? Not yet, although I wish I had many, many years ago, because Vegas was cheap, and now it's just gone crazy. Christina Wilbanks, I'm 2 steps away from selling my house in Oceanside, San Diego, and taking my equity to Fresno Clovis, my hometown, and investing there. Uh-oh, where'd my question go? Oh, I lost the question. Sorry, guys. It's going too fast. I'm a newbie. Where's the best place to start? Jill, the best place to start is right here. This is where you want to start. You want to start being in the environment. You want to start learning, asking the questions. And then from there, the very first thing you want to do is go out and start looking for deals. Kiavi does lend to new students, to the best of my knowledge. That is special for our program. So if you say you're with Homeschooled by Tarek, they will lend to you, to the best of my knowledge. And look at Jen Chapin's notes in here, guys. They're really, really good notes. She's one of our amazing coaches at Homeschooled.
She's a student.
Or student. I was close. At this point, she's like a coach because she's such an amazing student. Hi, Jen. All right. Kathleen Crisp, bringing the good questions. All right, we are currently in a decelerating market, which is depreciating market, with properties returning back to normal values. We are continuing to build our private money lending and hard money lending, but I've been receiving some pushback due to the market change. Specifically with private money lenders, any suggestions to overcome this objection? Yes, show them that you're doing deals and show them that you're making money. That's it. Show them that you're doing deals, show them that you're making money. And if they don't want to give you private money, wholesale the properties and do more deals. Mike Smith, second question. How much should you make on a wholesale deal versus a whole flip? We are closing on one expecting $80K profit. Here's the thing. I'm not going to walk away from a $100,000 profit flip to make a $10,000 wholesale fee. Okay, I'm not going to do that. But would I be willing to take a $70,000 wholesale fee or a $60,000 wholesale fee instead of a $100,000 profit with all the managing and headaches and risk? I probably would. So you just got to look at the math and see what makes sense for you. But you wouldn't want to give away a $100,000 profit for $10,000. That means you're wholesaling it way too low. So if a property should be $100,000 to me, I'd probably expect 60 to 70 in a wholesale fee. Oh, Jen, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to meeting too. Yeah, November 5th, guys, you got to check it out. It is going to be such a fun event. We've done 2 of them so far, and it's just an action-packed day. A lot of fun. Jen, if you can't make this one, Ronnie, we can see you crawling back there. I got my friend. He's a fireman. He thinks he's at the station, right? You see him? Come say hi, Ronnie. He thinks he's at the fire station right now. Nobody noticed him crawling behind me.
Who is it?
We're homeschooled right now.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Training people. What is he doing? He's looking for a fire pole or something. All right, where am I at here? Anna, excited to be working with you too. Google is the new 8-ball. Google is your mother. They know everything. Real estate data. Daniel, maybe in the chat we can put a link for the real estate data where we get our real estate data. Mm-hmm. LA is my town. Yeah, what's up, Julian? LA is one of my towns too. LA and OC. Jen, thank you so much for the kind words as always. So excited to be working with you. Tark, can we take a new car and claim it as a business expense? I am not a CPA, I am not a tax consultant, but I do know when I start a company, if I need to buy a vehicle for that company to go do work for that company, then based on the best of my knowledge, it's a tax write-off. This is from Jeff. Trying to understand the wholesaling concept. Is it basically finding a distressed property, paying cash for it, immediately finding out? No, it is way easier, Jeff. Here's all it is. It's finding a distressed property and a distressed seller. Get that seller to sign a contract saying that they're willing to sell the property to you or an assignee. Once you get that contract, you can assign it to a buyer that's going to put up the money. So the beautiful thing about wholesaling, you got one job, or two jobs. One job, get a contract signed, and two, find someone to buy the house based on the contract. Come on, Jen, you can be a coach. Why not? If you're starting off in real estate, would you recommend working with private money lender or hard money lender? I would recommend working wherever you can get money. So I would go for both. If both work, great. If one works, great. If both fail, great. Who cares? Go wholesale houses, make that money, come back and buy it yourself. I saw someone that had their first flip now, but I lost the message. Awesome, congrats. Ronnie over there is trying to put out a fire in my webinar. Okay, let me see here. This is from Devin. I have an option to wholesale a property for about $50K profit or keep it as a cash flow rental at about $1,500 per cash flow, $1,500 a month. I would say keep it as a rental. That's some pretty good cash flow. I think I like that option. What's up, Caleb? Good morning. You didn't notice Ronnie crawling on the floor? Yeah, everybody's noticing Ronnie. He was on Jamil's training with me a couple weeks ago. We're still working on that Privy deal. A couple of them, actually. What's up, Lincoln, Nebraska? Ryan Piper, what are your thoughts on REIT apps? I don't know much about them. Me too, Devin. I can't wait for the 5th. It's going to be fun. Do you need to be set up with a bank or title company to complete a wholesale deal? You? No. The buyer and seller? Yes. Still reading, guys. Come on, give me the tough questions. Why you think you can't do this? Challenge me today. What is the easiest way to pull lead data to generate letters? I went driving for dollars and have a ton of leads. Daniel, you want to put, because I know we use RealFlow, but we have a special link for that?
That's a partnership we do with the students. So I was going to put the application link in and they can talk about.
Great. For the data and stuff, we're going to put a link into the chat and click that link and it'll tell you what to do. Do we have any purchase sales agreements for wholesalers? Yes, we do within the program. We do have different contracts and agreements. Julie Rosada Ford. I am a flipper. I have flipped a few. I want to start wholesaling. Much easier. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely easier. It takes away quite a bit of the work and the risk of buying real estate, especially in the economic times that we're in. Jill, yes, we do have forms that help with wholesale. Yes. Reem, question. Why do some realtors say sell the house as is, built in 92, carpet flooring, no updating, rather than flipping it now? Let me read that again. Why do some realtors say sell the house as is, built in 92, carpet flooring, no updating? I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. Maybe we can type that in again. All right, Adriana, so excited to have you at EXP. Our team is growing. We're actually heading out to EXPCon in about an hour. getting on the big stage tomorrow, and I'm going to be giving a keynote speech to thousands of real estate agents. So very excited for it. And really, you guys, if you're a real estate investor, I believe it's a huge benefit to have your real estate license. So if you get your real estate license, let me know. I'd love to partner with you over at EXP. This is from Dale Rhodes. Tarek, I have a question about the market depreciating, but yet Northwest Arkansas and the river value are still appreciating, or say they are holding the price. Why does Florida, California, etc. put the market in a shock when other states go well, typically what's going to happen in A markets like, Southern California, San Francisco, New York, we have bigger swings, which means we have more of this and we have more of this. Places like Arkansas, Indiana, places like that, it's more like this, right? So it's less appreciation, less depreciation, less appreciation, less depreciation. A markets, up and down, big up and down, because of the demand in those markets. House hacking, I think it's a great idea. Julian, I have a privy deal, but you want to JV. Julian, I would totally be interested in that. You can go to tarekbuyshouses.com and hit contact and just send a message with what you're looking to do, and someone will get back to you. What's up, Amber? I'm sure I'll be seeing you in Vegas. Do you need a lot of money to secure property in regards to earnest money to wholesaling multiple deals? That's going to be negotiable. So you're going to have to work that out with the seller. But I don't think it would be a lot of money. But a lot of times there is some skin in the game. Devin, do I have interest rate caps on your current loans? All my hard money loans are fixed rate. Jill, how do I access the forms for wholesaling? That would probably be in the homeschool program. There's going to be a link in there that you'll be able to click, and it can get you all the information you need. Sean, how about if I'm just starting and I'm in California? Same thing, everything I just said. We got to get out there, got to hit the streets. You don't have money, you got to start wholesaling. You don't have money for marketing, you got to knock on doors, drive for dollars, make phone calls, send text messages, network with realtors. Yes, yes, Deshaun. The class is here to help you and show you the exact process to wholesaling and flipping real estate. Working on the real estate license, that's great, fantastic. Pam, do you ever have the fear of what if I go completely broke and my kids go without having anything when you first started real estate? No, I didn't, because if I've been broke, and then, if I go broke, then I go make money again, right? So that's the thing. We get so attached to money and the present that we forget, like, we're here for a really long time. Like, if you think where your life was 10 years ago, would you say you were in a different place? I mean, if you think where your life was 5 years ago, would you say you were in a different place? Like, I remember 2008, I couldn't even put gas in my car. I remember people were throwing their house keys at me, begging me to take their houses. Today, a lot of those people, multi-millionaires, because once you get it, you got it. I will never lose how to be a real estate investor. I have that with me for the rest of my life. I'm going to give that to my children and hopefully their children, and for generations to come, we're going to be a real estate family. Kathleen, what recommendations do you have when competing with all cash investors? They have the ability to make a higher offer than we can. We are newbies. That's the mindset that most investors love for people to have, because then you don't want to compete. Let me take it to another level, Kathleen. Kathleen, how does little Tarek El Moussa compete with Blackstone? They have billions of dollars. They can pay way more than me for houses. That's a true statement. How have I competed with Zillow all these years? They were buying houses 20% over market value, right? There are always going to be deals. Never think about anyone else. Don't think about your competition. Don't think about anything. Focus on you and focus on finding deals, because each deal is a case-by-case scenario. And the goal is to review a ton of deals. I think if you're in real estate investing in general, I think it's a great idea to get a real estate license. Although there's more liability, so you just got to make sure you're totally disclosing everything you do. Jen, well, if you're going to be flipping houses the next couple of years and you want to sell them yourselves, it's probably a good idea to get that real estate license. Chairman Johnson, what is the best way you believe to approach investing as a group to raise capital? Professionalism, a pitch deck, a track record, show that you've gone through education, show that you've studied it, show them that you're confident in your skills and you know what you're doing. What would you say the best exit strategy is in the current market? There's no best exit strategy. I would say the best exit strategy is just wholesaling the property for the highest price or flipping it for the highest price. Every day across the country, in every economic climate, going back to the hundreds of years probably, there's been houses sold every day. So it doesn't matter the market, houses are always sold. People pass away, people get job transfers, people get divorces, like it happens. Hey Devin, actually, so we target mostly at C and B class. I'm probably going to go after more A class apartments in the next 12 to 24 months once the dust settles with this current economic condition. Jessica, what is the process of purchasing a bank-owned property? Typically on a bank-owned property, if you're buying it off the MLS, you are able to inspect the property, although they typically won't give you credits or do repairs. If you're buying it at the auction for cash, you're buying it as is, and no, you do not get to inspect. Ryant Piper, we have a lot of damaged homes from hurricanes, which means a lot of vacant damaged homes. What is the best way to purchase these homes? Go to a data company and then skip trace all of those leads, find out who the owners are, and then mail them handwritten letters explaining that you're interested in purchasing their property. Okay, this is from Reem. Sorry, we wanted to sell our house, but our realtor neighbor said don't do anything, sell it as is. But those who visited say it's old and with all the carpet flooring, so we updated, changing the flooring, etc. It is hard finding a buyer. Did we make the right decision? Yes, you did, and let me explain why. Now that you've invested some money into your house, it's now worth more. So no matter what you sell it for, just know that you got that price because of the money you spent. And if you didn't spend that money, you wouldn't have got that price. So you did the right thing. Three biggest areas you feel are growing in real estate. I mean, everything across the board. Syndication's gotten much more popular. Self-storage has become extremely popular. Wholesaling, more popular than ever. All right, guys, we got two more, and then we are off. This is from Christine. Hi, Tarek. I can't make the class in California next month. The next one. But do you offer a course that I can take from Texas? Yeah, absolutely. The link was put in the chat, and we could probably pop it in there again. Oh, and there's the link right there. Yeah, Devin's a rock star, everybody. She's one of our rock star students. Devin is kicking butt. She is a machine. Very impressed with you, Devin. All right, guys, I think that's it for our weekly call. I had a great time as always. I appreciate the tough questions. I hope you guys are excited, motivated, positive. You can do this. You just got to get started. So just take action. Like if you want to do this and you haven't started, I urge you, get in your car today, drive a neighborhood, look for old houses. If you're too scared to knock on the door, write a note, post it on the door. Just start. You got to start somewhere. So why not start now? All right, guys, have a great week, and I'll see you next time.